Okay. Hello. Hi everyone. So we are live with another Ask Me Anything session. So yeah. Hi. Hi Soham. So this session, what we will try to do. Hello. Hi Hemant. Hi Dilip. Hi VS. Hi gamers. Rajshekar, Viz, Satur. Hello everyone. Yeah. People are joining. Good to see. We will do this session ask me anything, that is it will be a general live session on DevOps where you can ask me questions and I will answer the questions. One request, like I do every time, I do this live sessions once a week. So the topic for today is ask me anything. You can ask any question, but do not spam the chat box. If anyone spams the chat box, like there are already close to 200 people and more people are yet to join. We just started it a minute ago. So if you spam the chat box, I'll not pick up your question. Okay, just ask your question once. Definitely if your question is relevant for everyone, I will pick it and I will answer the question. This live session will be 40 minutes. This will be a 40-minute stream. I will try as many questions as possible to pick up. Okay, perfect. Let's pick up this question first. How to practice CI/CD real time based? Okay, Prakash has asked this question. So Prakash, CI/CD, one thing is you are in a very good place at this point of time, 2024. Luckily, there are so many GitHub repositories open sourced where they share the code multi microservice architecture also. For example, when I'm teaching Azure Zero to Hero, I picked up two multi microservice architecture projects, polyglot applications written in multiple programming languages. One is e-commerce application, second is voting application. For the voting application, which has 5 services, one database, and also a queue service, I have shown how to write Azure CI pipelines right from the scratch, how to implement CD on a Kubernetes cluster using GitOps. So if you want a reference, you can take day 14 and day 15 of Azure Zero to Hero series. Let's say you are not interested in Azure, you can still take that application. It's an open source application. Take it, implement the CI/CD by yourself. That is real time. You cannot get more real time than that because it's a multi microservice architecture application. Probably the same thing that you are going to work when you join a company. If you don't want to take that, just go through GitHub. There are hundreds of projects. I have personally used 4 to 5 projects on my channel. Similarly, you can pick up and you can start working on them. This is how you gain real-time experience. I hope this question is useful for everyone. Okay, this is another one. Sir, आप हिंदी में वीडियो क्यों नहीं बनाते हैं? Okay, so I'll answer this question because a lot of people ask. Content creation I cannot do in multiple languages because what is the purpose of me doing the content creation? Naveen, I'm talking to you and everyone else also. So if I'm investing so much time and if I'm doing this content creation, I'm not selling any courses. What is my purpose of doing these tutorials? My simple purpose is to help as many people as possible. If I do in Hindi, only people who understand Hindi will understand the content that I am trying to teach. Only they will learn DevOps. If I am doing content creation in English, it will reach a lot of people. It can be people in the US, India, Telugu, Tamil who don't understand Hindi. And personally, Hindi is also not my mother tongue, but I can speak it. That's not a problem. But the main thing is, if I want to help people, I want to help to a larger section of audience. And tomorrow when you give your interview, you will also give it in English. So my purpose is to teach in basic English and help large number of people. That's why even though my mother tongue is Telugu, I don't do content creation in Telugu as well. I can speak other languages, but I don't do content creation in that languages also. When I want to help, I will help large number of people. So English is the better medium. That's it. Nothing more than that. That's why the content creation will be in English. When I want to do some podcasts, when I want to do some career guidance related things, that I can do in Hindi or Telugu. In future, we might start that channels. But even though I start, content creation will still be in the English language only. I hope that explained your question. Hey, hi Soham. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move to the next one. Thank you so much. Whoever is writing, big fan. Thank you. Whoever is writing, your videos are good. Thank you so much. Can you please do few projects on SRE, please? For sure, I will definitely do. The problem is that right now I'm occupied with the other content. I'm doing Kubernetes troubleshooting. I have Ansible videos in the pipeline. A lot of people are asking about Ansible. I will do that. I want to do a lot of videos. I want to do SRE. I want to do ML ops. I want to do, I'm learning generative AI. I also want to do videos on that. I want to do videos on WASM. But thing is, I'm trying to do one after the other. SRE is also something I'm very interested. I will definitely do. There are so many videos on the channel, Ishan. If you want to learn about the resume building, just search for Abhishek.Veeramalla space resume building or just resume. You will find the videos. I have explained very clearly how to build ATS friendly resume, free software using Google Word also, and also using Canva. You can find that projects, find that videos and you can create your resume. Another good question. Arham is asking it. Like I said, thank you so much for respecting what I said. I see people are not spamming the chat section. Let's continue that. In 40 minutes at least I can pick up 40-50 questions. How do you see the market for DevOps for recent graduates? Very important question. A lot of people will be having the same question. So for the recent graduates, on the whole, it can be DevOps, it can be data engineering, it can be full stack development. On the whole, market is down. Let's not say that the DevOps market is down. Now, people are not looking at hiring recruiters, freshers as much as they were hiring in 2022, 2021, 2020. So overall, the market for freshers has gone down. Hopefully, it will come back very soon. 2024 towards the end of the year or in Q3. I personally hope that the market comes back to the normal. It becomes good for the freshers. But the I'll tell you very openly, the honest truth is that the market is currently not that better for the freshers in any stream, and DevOps is no exception. Sir, how to connect with you? Again, question a lot of people ask. You have email on the channel, you have comment section. If you can message me through the email, all these are the mediums. I don't take any TopMate is also something, but right now I stopped TopMate. Probably I'll not be doing it for some time. I did it for last 30-40 days, but now I'll just stop it. These are the mediums where you can reach me out. Oh, forgot. We also have a members only channel. So if you join the channel as a member, then you also get an access to Slack. So in the Slack also, if you have any questions, you can ask. But for that, you have to become a member of the channel. Click on the join button and using that, you can become. Thank you so much, Harish, for contributing to the channel. You started top mid session, started, stopped also. I, it's a very interesting story. A lot of people were asking me for topmate. So what I did was 31st of March, 2 a.m. in the night, I just opened topmate. I did not even decide on the timings. Previously, what were the timings? Like 6 months back when I did the topmate, I just opened topmate and I just opened the calendar. Morning 10 a.m. when I saw the topmate pack, it was booked for 30 days. Like people were waiting for a long time, I understand, but just in 10 hours, night 2 a.m. to morning 10 a.m., 1 month complete top mate slots were booked. So I have no other option but to do the top mate sessions. I initially thought I'll just open it for 10-15 days, but it booked for 30 days. And by the time I closed top mate, I probably stopped it on 5th of April or something. Till that time, people booked the sessions till 10th of May. So till 10th of May, whoever has booked, I will do the top mate sessions. After that, I will have to take some break because of hectic work that I have. I'll come back to top mate. Which is good for me, networking engineer or DevOps engineer, whatever you might be doing, whatever is your background, network engineering jobs are less. So it's a niche thing. If you still want to continue in that niche thing, because we are in the world of cloud where people are completely in the public cloud. Few companies are in the private cloud, but mostly companies are moving towards the public cloud, or startups are directly starting with the public cloud. So network engineer jobs are very less. It's a niche thing. If you want to stay in that niche, if you want to, continue in that particular thing only, then networking engineering is good. Otherwise, DevOps. Please do CI/CD project. There are so many CI/CD projects on the channel. I did Java-based CI/CD. I did CI/CD on GitHub Actions, GitLab, Jenkins, Azure Pipelines, whatever you want, Praveen. They are already on the channel. Database. There is also, if you go to the Azure Pipelines thing, I have also explained that. So all the CI/CD related stuff is there on the channel. Just search for that. You will get it on the channel. Okay, I think I already picked this question. Just search for Abhishek.Veeramalla space resume. You will find ATS friendly resume, how to create using ChatGPT, how to create by your own, how to create on Microsoft Word, how to create using Canva. Everything is there. Okay, please don't spam the comment section. I'll not pick up that comment. Whoever is spamming it, let's give opportunity for everyone, please. Oh, Harish, you again haven't asked any question. Please ask the question when you are contributing something. Please start zero to hero on GCP cloud. Yeah, I know people are asking for it. Let's see when the right time comes. I will also do that. Is Java coding learning this time would be good or bad? It depends on what you're doing. Are you a programmer? Are you a DevOps engineer? What exactly are you? Uh, in general, yeah, Java, there are new things in Java, like there is a Quarkus. Quarkus is a framework in Java which is being designed to implement lightweight applications. One thing why people moved or moving from Java to other programming languages is the other programming languages, they leave away less footprint. They can write concurrent applications very well, handle millions of users well. With Java, the boot up time is more. Java basically are heavy applications. So that's where people moved from Java to other programming languages. But in Java, there are advancements. For example, Quarkus. Quarkus is a framework which is being designed to develop lightweight applications. So if you are in Java, try to see what are new things in Java, and it's good. How can a DevOps or SRE engineer upgrade to MLOps? So if you want to upgrade to MLOps, you need to understand how ML applications are deployed, deal with ML workloads, try to take instead of taking a basic Java based application or something, take an ML application, try to understand the life cycle of an ML application. What are the operations overhead with the ML application? When a developer is developing ML application, what are the next steps? How is it tested by the QE? What kind of environment do they need to test? Where do you deploy a ML application? How do you create that infrastructure required for the deployment? So if you understand this entire thing, you can easily transition from DevOps to MLOps. Which DevOps playlist of yours to follow for the DevOps role? DATE. Date. D means DevOps zero to hero. A means Azure or AWS zero to hero. You can pick up anything. T means Terraform zero to hero. TE is Terraform zero to hero. After that, if you complete all this, you can go with Python for DevOps. This is the roadmap. If you want to understand in detail, just search Abhishek.Veeramalla 2024 roadmap. It's on the channel. Even if I write it here, YouTube will remove that comment. YouTube does not allow email addresses, mobile numbers, such kind of things. AWS any course for AWS or DevOps with valid certifications and pricing? I'm not sure. Personally, I have not taken any courses. So I know there are a lot of courses out there, but I haven't taken any course. If I haven't taken anything, it will not be correct to recommend that thing for you. So if you want to learn, go through the channel. There are things to learn, but certifications and pricing, good or not for a particular course, I cannot say because I have not taken them. How to prepare for product-based companies apart from data? So once you complete that DevOps, AWS, Terraform zero to hero and Python, you are good for product-based companies. You can start with that. Start giving the interviews. A lot of people cleared the product-based companies also. Product-based companies roadmap will not be different. It can be a service-based company or product-based company. Doesn't matter. It's just the standard of the interview process. Some service-based companies have high standard than product-based also. Okay. So that's a product-based company can be a simple startup also. Some startups might not take regressive interviews, whereas some service-based companies, they might take very hard interviews. So there is nothing like a product-based company's roadmap. It's completely wrong. Like I said, I cannot write the email address here. YouTube will remove that comment. As a front-end developer, how to give answer, why do you want to switch to DevOps? Okay, I picked up this comment because maybe a lot of people might want to transition from other domains to DevOps. And it's quite obvious, people will ask you, why are you planning to transition to the DevOps stream? So the answer to that is, why do you want to transition to DevOps is because one is you explore DevOps, you read things about DevOps, you try to practice few things and you started liking it. And you started liking it better than what you're doing in the front end. So because of your interest, you want to switch to DevOps. How to switch from application support to DevOps? Again, the same thing. Just follow DATE and using that roadmap, you can switch to DevOps. From any stream that you want to switch, the roadmap is the same. You are welcome. Book for DevOps. Again, very sorry, I don't read a lot of books. So if I don't read something, I'm not sure which book is good. But a lot of people read the orally ones. So maybe orally related one might be good ones. But personally, don't take this particular thing and buy the book. Talk to someone who read those books, look at the testimonials. Please only after purchase that, because I haven't read anything, so I cannot recommend. Cloud practitioner, you can easily clear if you watch AWS Zero to Hero with few more services that are missing. We covered AWS Zero to Hero from DevOps point of view. In cloud practitioner, it's not DevOps point of view, right? There are few more services that they cover. Just try to understand the overview of those services. Watch our AWS Zero to Hero. You can easily clear AWS cloud practitioner. It totally depends on you. DevOps or Java Spring Boot, which is better for a 19 plus years experience. Both of them have bright future. You are asking about this road or this road. It's very difficult to say, right? Both the roads are good. Which road you want to take, depending upon what is your interest. If you like programming, go with Java Spring Boot. Let's say you don't like programming, you are interested in exploring high level design, you are interested in exploring implementation, problem solving, you want to create huge infrastructure, manage multiple microservices. In such case, come to DevOps. I don't think so. Do you think certifications matters? Like, if your question is from jobs point of view, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll be bluntly honest. People might have different opinions, but I talk to a lot of people. I go through a lot of job descriptions. My only thing is go to LinkedIn, look for 10 job openings. Okay, you don't have to ask anyone. You don't even have to ask me. Go to LinkedIn, open 10 job profiles, job descriptions. In the 10 job descriptions, how many people are asking for certifications? At least if 4 to 5 people are asking for certifications, go with that certification. If 2 3 people are asking, then it's good to consider maybe. If 1 to 2 people are asking, then it doesn't matter, right? So that is my opinion. I always think from the jobs point of view, and from the jobs point of view, I don't think certifications matter. If you have experience, if you have learned things, and if you want to verify whatever I have learned is good or not, or if I am up to the particular thing or not, then you might just go and do the certifications. But again, they are very expensive, so it's up to you. Like I said, people might have different opinions on certifications, but I'm completely job focused, job oriented. I want subscribers of this channel to get the jobs. So that's why I'm saying just go to LinkedIn, look at 10 job profiles. How many people are asking about certifications? If at least 4 to 5 companies are asking about certifications, then do certifications. Bro, you work with Red Hat, promote Kubernetes while Red Hat promotes OpenShift. I got confused with this. No, this is my personal YouTube channel, right? This has no connection with Red Hat. And Red Hat itself also promotes a lot of Kubernetes. If you look at contributors to Kubernetes, who is the major contributor to Kubernetes? Google, Red Hat. If there is no Red Hat, then the maintainers of the Kubernetes or the people who are contributing to Kubernetes, for example, the ingress feature of Kubernetes is contributed by Red Hat. So Red Hat promotes open source. Red Hat is too much into open source, and not only Kubernetes. Red Hat has footprints in Ansible. Red Hat has footprints in Kubernetes. Lot of CNCF projects like Argo CD. So yeah, it promotes a lot of open source, and same thing that I'm also doing. Oh, I haven't attended interviews. It's been like almost maybe 4 years I did not give any interviews. Oh, sorry, in between I gave one interview and I've cleared it. Yeah. Uh, I think it is almost like 8 to 9 months back. That's the only interview that I've given and I've cleared that interview. It is mostly developer relations kind of a thing where Golang development plus DevOps, both of them are mixed. And I gave it for a product based company. But because I thought of joining, not joining. and then I stick back to Red Hat. So I did not join that. Experience was good. Yeah, sure. I will do videos on Ansible for sure. No. It's not from coding point of view, Arya. My Python playlist is DevOps engineers point of view only. All the things that I do, unless I specifically mention, they are not development or coding point of view. My Python playlist is purely scripting point of view and how DevOps engineers use Python. That's why the playlist name is also Python for DevOps. I think there are hundred thousands of Python videos or the courses on the internet, but there were not even tens of Python related playlists for DevOps, or there was no Python for DevOps related playlist. So I thought I will make a Python playlist from a DevOps engineer point of view. Why a DevOps engineers? Why DevOps engineers use Python? What are the day-to-day activities with Python? What kind of challenges do they solve? What automations do they do? What scripts they write? That is what is explained in that 17 videos Python for DevOps playlist. If you want to learn from development point of view, no, you should not be looking at that. It will only help you to certain level. After that, I did not teach classes, objects. I did not teach frameworks like Django, um, right? Comprehensions. I did not go to that particular thing. Yes, Tejas has asked a very good question. I'm working as a system admin in Cisco, but trying to change to DevOps. Will my current role as a system administrator add any value? Now, this is a very good question, and definitely it adds value. No, system administrators or any past experience, you can be network engineer, you can be storage engineer, all these things when you are transitioning into DevOps, they will add a lot of value. So you can tell the developers, recruiters, that I have worked on this in the past and this experience will help me. How many of you have this problem? I think most of you, right? Bhaiya, I have to study, but I'm not able to focus. Can you please guide me how to start and be consistent? One thing is, if you are passionate about something, you will find the time. Now, in my case, I'm working, I'm doing YouTube, I'm also taking the career counseling on TopMate, I'm also managing things at home. How am I able to do? Not just me, many people do multiple things, right? How people do is, if you are passionate about things, if you really want to get to a point, then you will figure out time. For example, if you are not able to focus on something, just sit there. You know, sit for 2 hours, sit for 3 hours, sit for 5 hours. Try to see that if I want to complete this, I will only get up once I complete this. Right? Let's say I want to learn a concept in Kubernetes. Okay, and I'm not able to focus on that. Sit there, try to read that 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. You decide that I will only get up once I complete that particular topic. Then you will start focusing. Right? One day you might not focus, 2 days you might not focus, but if you try to repeat the same thing again and again, you will automatically set up a schedule in your mind and you will start focusing on that. Decide what time you want to do it consistently on that particular time itself. If your mind, or if you are very fresh in the morning, dedicate 1 2 hours in the morning, and every day in that 1 2 hours only try to read particular things, try to focus on DevOps. Okay, roadmap is same for everyone. Faisal, just search for Abhishek.Veeramalla DevOps roadmap 2024, or you can also just follow the date DATE that I have explained. Let me see. How is the current market? If you are experienced person, market is very good. Recently, I've seen lot of people switching. If you are a fresher, you still have to wait. Market is getting better. That's a simple and straightforward answer. But if you are experienced, market is very good. Yeah, you can definitely switch. From any stream, you can switch into DevOps. It will take good amount of time. At least you have to dedicate 3 to 4 months. Again, there are different things, right? Scrum Master versus DevOps Engineer. Scrum is kind of project management role. DevOps engineering is kind of automation, orchestration, getting things in place, reducing operations, scripting, infrastructure. So it's a different thing. Project management and DevOps, they are like apple and an orange. You cannot compare apple with orange. Just try to understand if you like apple or if you like orange and take that path. QA versus DevOps, which is easy. Uh, I think QA is little bit easy, even if you consider automation testing, manual testing, performance testing, load testing. You know, anything when you compare with DevOps, I think DevOps is little more critical. But by no ways I want to generalize this thing. Probably I think QA is little easy when compared to DevOps. A lot of people ask me this question: How much salary can I expect as a 5 years experience candidate? So see, I'll answer this very simply. Phoenix, 5 years experience candidate, you cleared TCS. Another 5 years experience candidate cleared Google. Will you ask the same package for TCS and Google? Definitely no. So this question cannot be generalized. I cannot say 5 years 15 lakhs. I cannot say 5 years 20 lakhs. It depends on the companies that you are giving, and just go to the glass door of that company, talk to the colleagues, understand what is the market standard of that company, and ask the package accordingly. Even you cannot take the average also, because there are thousands of companies. Which companies will you take average and understand 5 years experience salary? Right? TCS has a different salary for 5 years. Amazon has different salary. Google has different salary. So I cannot generally tell that answer 5 years how much salary. Not really. Do you require Flask or Django? Not required. Like once you complete all the DevOps related things, you can probably understand Django is very easy, but it is not a required skill. Tarun, I read your question, but I need to be on the system or at least post the error related thing. What is the problem? Is Azure Zero to Hero sufficient to crack DevOps interview? Only learning Azure Zero to Hero will not be sufficient. You should watch DevOps Zero to Hero, Azure Zero to Hero, Terraform Zero to Hero, Python for DevOps. Then you are ready for the job. Otherwise, also you can start giving the interviews. Sometimes, if you are lucky, you might get. But if you are talking about a complete package, this is the complete package. Thank you so much, Nishan. Let me see what is your question. Sir, have a CK voucher. I'm keen to take it, but my Linux concepts are shaky. Please guide on how much Linux should I know before taking the exam. as a like from the CK point of view, probably you don't need core Linux kind of skills. Like you don't need to understand deep about kernel. You don't need to understand very deep about user space, user level. You don't need to understand too much of Linux, like rack server, what are the RAID configuration, what is the kernel configuration. You don't have to go to that extent. You just need to know from the Kubernetes point of view how Kubernetes makes use of the let's say, for example, if you're talking about uh, how do I explain this? So from the Kubernetes point of view, when you are talking about creation of namespaces, right? How Kubernetes is performing the network isolation. When you are talking about Kubernetes using a container runtime. How is the container runtime actually working internally from a Linux point of view, right? Where I'm talking about C groups. So you might probably have to understand what are these C groups, how they actually work from a Kubernetes point of view. This is where you have to focus because Linux is a complete different thing. You don't need to learn about kernel, you don't need to learn about the RAID configuration, you don't need to learn about other internals of Linux, but focus on C groups, understand how container runtime works, how container runtime interacts with the C groups, how Kubernetes performs the container runtime interface, all these kind of things. We already made a video on CubeShark. Just search for Abhishek.Veeramalla CubeShark. You will find it. But in detail, maybe sometime. CubeShark video is already there. Even if you go to CubeShark website, they have our video. So the video was very well received. Even the CubeShark CEO posted our video on LinkedIn. So you can find it Abhishek.Veeramalla CubeShark. Ansible is one of the required skills for a DevOps engineer. Like, Ansible is used for configuration management. As a DevOps engineer, you deal with a lot of virtual machines, configuration of multiple virtual machines. So for that, Ansible is required. Very difficult. Like if you're talking about organizing meetings, I did three meetings last year: Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune. It's a lot of effort, you know, flight tickets, managing the arrangements there, taking care of food for the people, making all the arrangements such as the projector, mic related things, all the minimal things like the chairs and all. Lot of effort. So I don't know if I'll do it again, but if I do it, I'll post it on the channel. Uh, okay, Pant has a question. Thank you so much, first of all. How we can model our resume to be suited for role we are applying for, coming from dev, and we include the projects cover in your playlist. Yeah, so what you will do is just take the job description. Try to understand what the company is looking for. Okay, make sure what are their core points. Like as a company, if I'm looking for hiring a person with Kubernetes and Terraform skills, to get your resume shortlisted along with your core skills, if you have worked in the development and if you're strong with XYZ tool of DevOps, have those things. You don't have to remove it, but whatever is required for the organization, take those points and make sure you add 2 to 3 points related to that in your resume. Only then your resume gets shortlisted. Whatever you are learning from my playlist, add it, no problem. But specifically, what is required for that particular job, you have to add 2 to 3 points. Hi, I had a really great question and a video idea. We know about Jenkins and AWS CI/CD tools and some case even Argo CD, but I have not seen a great video on the use of GitLab CI/CD. Okay, we'll try. Hello, bro. Are you still accepting career guide sessions? International students, bad situation. Right now, I've stopped it. Sriman Teja. I don't have time for that. I stopped TopMate. Maybe when I restart it, you can just ask TopMate to notify, and when I restart, you will get the notification. So we will do last 5 minutes. The Indian market is currently good for experience compared to other countries. I've seen a lot of openings for, yeah, but companies are not satisfied with the candidate if he attends 1 hour of interview. Yeah, because competition is high, right? So please do not expect the situations of 2023, sorry, during the COVID, where there were a lot of openings. So people used to hire, they used to take very simple interviews and they used to hire the candidates. But now the competition has gone high, so the interview standard has also gone high. During the COVID time, even if you just learn the interview questions, you could have got selected. But now they'll ask you more things. Future of DevOps in AI world. Nothing is going to happen. Don't worry. Uh, this is a very short answer. If you want detailed answer, just search for impact of AI on DevOps. Abhishek.Veeramalla. I've explained very detailed why and how. We are in the very early stages of AI. Generative AI is in the very early stages. It will take maybe 5 years, 10 years to create that hard impact. Till then, people will start transitioning there. DevOps is not that easy to replace. It's a budding technology, not much documentation is available. So LLMs will find it hard to replace anything related to DevOps. Let's take last three questions. Not required. Oh, as a fresher, if you already have development skills, like, it will be helpful, but it's not a mandatory skill. Prometheus and Grafana videos are sufficient from. I did not get that. Sorry. There is a new member of the channel, Aziz. Thank you so much for joining as a member of the channel. You will get a Slack URL link and you will get access to the members only group where if you have any questions while practicing the videos, you can ask on that Slack channel. Not required, Preeti. Coding is not required. Like, you need scripting knowledge. You need to understand how to write the Kubernetes controllers. You need to understand how to write Kubernetes operators, talking to the APIs and all, but you don't need to have hardcore programming skill. Is it worth spending money on AWS credits to? Yeah, it's definitely worth spending money. Rather than certifications, rather than other things, buy some AWS credits or GCP credits, Azure credits, practice things, break things, do projects. It is really, really worth. Okay, let me pick up last two questions. Today, I think we did a lot of questions compared to the previous sessions. So please don't spam the chat section. I can pick up good number of questions. If you're not getting job calls, applying for it, then you should go back, look at your resume, your profile, how you are marketing your profile, how active on these job portals you are. That's the only thing. There are no easy ways. There is no way like you go through some backdoor or something, please don't do that. Just keep trying. Last one question. Network load balancer is L for load balancer, networking layer load balancer, but L7 load balancer or application load balancer perform the load balancing at the HTTP level. So it's a costly process. It adds some latency, unlike the network load balancers. There is also a video on that, I guess. Motivate me, or else I'll unsubscribe your channel. Okay. What motivation do you need? So one motivation that I can give you is, see, while working on my regular job, I'm also making these videos. I'm coming live. I'm doing the top mate sessions. So why can't you get a job? When I'm doing so many things, by working on multiple things, you can also spend time, focus on things, be passionate about DevOps. You can definitely get a job. I think that is the motivation that I can give you. If you still feel like unsubscribing, I'm so sorry. Balaji, thank you so much for joining the channel. Again, you will also get a Slack link. I'm just looking for one good last question to conclude this live. Okay, there is a gaps also. Hey Abhishek, scripting. I'm in scripting developer come auditing side using XML JSON related as software programming role from last 2 years experience. Can I eligible for DevOps? Yeah, definitely. Doesn't matter. Everyone can follow the roadmap DATE and you can switch to DevOps engineering role. There is no problem at all. Okay, I hope I have taken good number of questions. Thank you so much. The answer is there on the Kubernetes playlist. There is a dedicated video for service as well as ingress. Please watch that. We'll meet in the next live sessions. I'll try to pick more number of questions. We'll try to do probably 1.5, 2 hours live one day, and maybe I'll pick up 70, 80 questions. Thank you so much. See you all. Bye bye. Take care.